And our top focus this evening, amid murmurs of a dissent and rift between the BJP and the RSS, the Narendra Modi-led government has lifted a 58-year-long ban on government employees associating themselves with the RSS, with the Sangh and its activities. On one hand, you've got RSS and, of course, the BJP welcoming the move. But the Congress has mocked it. Remember that it was in 1966 that the Indira Gandhi-led government had actually imposed this ban on RSS members being a part of bureaucracy. So today, they've said that you're saffronizing bureaucracy with this decision. All the details in our report first.
The Narendra Modi government has lifted a 58-year-old ban on government employees associating themselves with the RSS and its activities. The RSS has welcomed this decision, claiming the move will strengthen India's democratic framework.
वर्तमान के शासन ने आज उस पाबंदी को जो हटाया है, ये निर्णय समुचित है और भारत की लोकतांत्रिक व्यवस्था को ये निर्णय पुष्ट करेगा.
The ban was imposed in the year 1966 when Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister. The order had put a ban on two outfits, the RSS and the Jamaat-e-Islami. The BJP says the ban was imposed weeks after an RSS protest against cow slaughter near the parliament premises. The demonstration snowballed, leading to violence, forcing the police to resort to lathi charge and firing. 7 people were killed in the clashes. The BJP claims the ban was unconstitutional.
वहाँ पे देश की भक्ति, भारत माता के प्रति समर्पण, ये सब सिखाया जाता है. अगर ये कोई सीखने का विरोध कर रहा है, तो उनको मैं दुर्भाग्य मानता हूँ.
The centre's decision has sparked controversy, with the Congress taking pot shots at the saffron camp by linking RSS knickers to bureaucracy.
This is a very dangerous trend. The neutrality of the bureaucracy will become questionable. The bureaucrats and the government servants cannot be members of political organizations, and this will in fact shake the foundation of our neutral bureaucracy.
BJP RSS relation is into a different level now, and Mr. Modi wants to please the RSS bosses by these kind of orders.
The lifting of the ban has reignited old political battles, reflecting deep divisions on this issue. While RSS claims to be a socio-cultural organization, its affiliates are active in politics, raising questions over the propriety of government employees getting involved in Sangh activities. Bureau Report, India Today.
And let's bring in Piyush Mishra, who's joining us live with more details on this. Piyush, good evening. You've been speaking, of course, to a whole lot of BJP leaders who've all welcomed the move, hailed it. But take us through what really prompted this decision at this time by the Modi government.
Well, if you talk about the decision which has been taken by the Modi government, Akshita, what we are now learning is that the kind of gap which has been reported across the media between BJP and RSS has somewhere prompted BJP to take some sort of decisions to bridge the gap. And that is what we are now seeing the last few days, how the BJP government is trying to reconnect with RSS. Remember that during the Lok Sabha elections also it was alleged that BJP and RSS are now distanced. They have maintained distance. In fact, we also saw how JP Nadda had given an interview where he had said that now BJP is very much capable of fighting elections on its own. It doesn't need RSS. After the results were announced, it announced many researchers and activists had also claimed that it has happened because of the kind of the sour relations those have now emerged between BJP and RSS. But now we are seeing as to how BJP is trying its best to bridge the gap by taking the various decisions, which is certainly going to please the top functionary of RSS. What we are also going to understand is that the top government leaders and various top ministers have welcomed this move, though the Congress party continues to cry foul. They claim that the government has done this to please the bosses of RSS. We'll have to see how the controversy further going to ignite, but certainly the RSS has welcomed this move. So RSS, in fact, has said that the decision was taken by the then government
Okay.
of the Congress party because of its political reasons. And now, when the current government has decided to lift a ban which was imposed 58 years back, it is certainly
Yeah.
going to strengthen the democracy.
All right. Thanks very much, Piyush, for joining us with those details. So Piyush telling us that, yes, this is perhaps a move done to kind of appease and reach out to the RSS at a time when clearly all hasn't been well between the Sangh and the BJP. But let me just break down for you what happened in 1966 that prompted the decision of banning RSS members from being a part or indulging in government activities, being a part of the bureaucracy. Essentially, in November 1966, there was an anti-cow slaughter protest that took place in Parliament, outside the Parliament premises, which also the RSS had a big role to play in. There were several members of the RSS, the Sangh, who were a part of this protest. It was essentially an RSS-backed protest march. Several right-wing groups had come together for this particular protest, held very close to Parliament premises. All hell broke loose. Things took a chaotic turn, and when it turned violent, almost a riot-like situation that broke out near Parliament, 7 people even died because police had to resort to firing because of the chaos that had unfolded. It was after this that the Indira Gandhi-led government, which was just about 2 weeks after this had happened, decided to go ahead and ban not just the RSS but also the Jamaat-e-Islami. Both these groups, the decision was taken that none of their members will be allowed to be a part of active bureaucracy as well. And joining us here on India Today is Mr. Ratan Sharda, author, analyst, and an active member of the RSS as well. Mr. Sharda, thank you so much for your time. First of all, sir, a lot of questions right now about the timing of the decision. After 58 years, it's finally been done. I'm sure you'll say better late than never. But there are also a lot of questions on why now. Whether this is being done now to kind of appease the Sangh amid all of the murmurs of a growing rift, sir.
Yeah, RSS need to be appeased, first of all. And also remember that BJP was in power for last 10 years. RSS could have asked this law to be repealed. Actually, RSS doesn't give very big importance to this particular act because it has been misused once in a while by the Congress government especially, or communists. But generally just let it lay. That is the condition. And to tell you the truth, this particular act has been copied from British, which was brought in 1932 in Central Province. And then it was defeated in cut motion by Congress members. And then it was again resurrected in 1948 by Congress during ban, and thousands of people lost their employment and their teacher's job, etc. And that is still being used, but very rarely. In fact, there is judgment in January 2024 where a Himachal Pradesh government tried to transfer a RSS person because he was RSS person, and High Court made a very stinging remark. It said that this is patently arbitrary, illegal, and violative Article 14 of the Constitution. So maybe RSS should have taken it first and brought it to notice of BJP, but since RSS has not even taken it seriously earlier on, so it has been there. That's all I can say. BJP doesn't need to appease RSS because there is no such issue.
But, Mr. Sharda, I come back to the same question of why now? 58 years, why now in 2024 is this move being made? The Modi government didn't do this in the last 9 years.
Why it could have, I could say it could have been done by Atalji government also, right? Even then it was not done. It could have been in Janata Party government also, not done. In fact, during Janata Party formation, the Janata Party leaders asked RSS whether you want to put a demand for removal of sections and ban on RSS. They said, no, first you win the election, we will see about the ban. And RSS didn't bother about the ban in itself, but went ahead and supported Janata Party. So RSS viewpoint of the society and the worldly affairs and the nation are very different from petty-minded Congress.
So let me also tell you about the politics that's playing out right now on this, Mr. Sharda. The Congress is criticizing the move, saying that those with clear leanings with an agenda will be now part of the bureaucracy, will be taking decisions. They're saying that this is an attempt to saffronize bureaucracy. What's your response to the Congress?
Well, RSS is not a banned organization. Congress tried it 3 times, failed. Congress tried all the laws, it failed. And it is facing the brunt of the people's anger that is not in power for the last 15 years. For them to talk like this rather rich, because RSS people are nationalist people. They are legally member of RSS. They are not doing anything illegal. Whatever they have done is for the good of the society, whether it's service, whether it's to be with the forces at the front when the war takes place, whether it's partition when RSS people lost their lives defending Sikhs and Hindus in the partition riots. There are so many, things I can tell you. On Congress, hate for BJP, RSS goes much before this happened. Sardar, in fact, when the Congress were getting very angry with RSS for its popularity, they passed a resolution on 13th October 1947 saying that RSS should be destroyed or we will destroy it like we did it with terror in 1942, and BJK said it's enough. The state level camp was cancelled in 1948, 7 January, before Gandhiji's incident happened. They passed a resolution asking for strong action at RSS. Same thing happened at the time of, even Nehru said the same thing, while Patel said you cannot crush Sangh, they are patriots. There is 6 Jan 1948. But Nehru said I'll crush RSS in 1947 before the assassination of Gandhiji. D.P. Mishra himself told on 19 December 1947 that it's childish to imagine that RSS will overthrow Congress with dandas. So this hate for RSS comes basically from the fear that RSS was so popular after partition because of the hate, because of the failure of Congress to protect Hindus and avoid partition, that they went on to somehow stop RSS. They failed by various means, so they can say anything. Why RSS cannot take part in government decisions? Why RSS cannot do something like this?
No, so, sir, you've listed, of course, multiple instances where RSS, there was a crackdown on, banned, and you're saying it was motivated. But you look at the specific instance of 1966. Why was it done? It was done because there was violence that broke out, Mr. Ratan Sharda. So the Congress says that, there was violence, and that's why what Indira Gandhi did then was completely justified against the RSS.
See, Congress has the misfortune of using law to suppress the people. You remember 1948, thousands of Brahmins and RSS volunteers were butchered in Pune, Sangli, Kolhapur, etc. We don't know the numbers yet because news were totally, stopped. Again, in 1984, when these riots happened, Rajiv Gandhi said, "Ped girta hai to kuch hota hai." So these are the kind of approach of Congress, which believes in crushing opposition even with violence. They can refer anything, but their own copybook is filled with anger, filled with all kind of approaches to destroy people. In fact, they went on to make Muslim League a secular party when it was in the dumps after partition and made it a part of Kerala coalition. That's still happening. Now they are dictating the terms. So I don't give very much importance to Congress arguments because Congress is frustrated. Congress has failed to stop RSS all these years. So nothing will work in their favor if whatever they do.
My last question to you, Mr. Ratan Sharda, keeping aside the politics, in general, isn't it ideal that a babu or a bureaucrat has no leanings or association with any outfit? Would you be okay, for example, if someone who's a member of the Jamaat-e-Islami is also a serving bureaucrat?
There are already bureaucrats who did namaz in the office. They try to convert people. The cases are going against them. There are certified leftists who have worked in Congress government earlier during the Indira Gandhi period, Nehru period, and again during UPA period when very respected card holders and urban Naxal were part of NSC, which had no power. You can't compare because
No, but Mr. Sharda, Jamaat-e-Islami was banned in 1966.
They had no sense at all whether Jamaat-e-Islami was banned for what reason, Congress for RSS for what reason. Today, that is not the discussion. But are you saying that RSS as a social organization does not have a place in the Indian polity? Are you saying that leftists can have a polity? People who act on the Naxal violence can be part of the government, but an organization totally tied to non-violence, even as per constitution, they cannot take part in the government.
Okay. All right. Mr. Ratan Sharda, we'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for joining us. You put forward your viewpoint on what you think about this decision. And clearly at this point, the RSS is saying that, look, there's no problem, no harm whatsoever in allowing us to be a part of the bureaucracy. And 1966, the ban that was taken, the decision that was taken by the then Congress government was clearly motivated.